This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Netflix.
Welcome to App Judgment, Revision 3's mobile phone application review show. I'm Eileen.
I'm Ron.
And today, it's Foursquare versus Guala.
Cross-platform as well.
Exactly.
Both apps have had recent major updates or releases on Android and iPhone. We use both of them. We figured with all the location war talk that's been going on, let's give it a shot and see how they work.
We're going to head out of the office for once, right now.
Hit the road.
So we're here at Gowalla Cafe. I spent a lot of time here getting lunch.
Our local sandwich shop. And before we get into each app, I thought it'd be good to quickly explain what these location-based applications are. Gowalla and Foursquare are both applications that let you, while you're out on the go, out on the town, going to lunch, going out on a Friday night, it allows you to check in at places via the app, which lets your friends and your social networks know where you are, as well as there are games and other perks for checking into locations.
Foursquare has been around a lot longer. It started a year ago over at South by Southwest. One of the advantages is that number one, there are a ton of people already using Foursquare. And number two, it's really easy to use. And there are a lot of settings on Foursquare that allow you to turn off any privacy issues. But the bad thing is you have to go on the web to do that, which kind of sucks.
Right, exactly. Normally I like to have all the settings for an app in my app, and on Foursquare it pushes me, especially on Android, I think it does on iPhone as well, pushes me back to the mobile Foursquare website, which is kind of a disconnect. I kind of all want it here in one application. One of the things I love about Foursquare is it lets you look up venues. So when you go to a new restaurant or bar or something like that, it gives you suggestions based on the location, but if that's not in the list, you can look it up and find your place to check in.
I love the sort of gimmicky mayorship of Foursquare.
Hey, you're the mayor here.
I'm mayor of Gowalla, woo! Mayorship leads to real-world advantages like 10% off coffee.
Yeah.
Various venues out there who are partnered with Foursquare are offering these kinds of discounts, which is awesome.
There's a pizza place here in San Francisco, Patchy's, that offers 50% off to the mayor once a week, which is awesome. And then that leads you to want to go to those places more often to become the mayor. And there's a great badges system where you get different badges, you unlock different achievements by going different places. Like for example, I went out 4 nights in a row and I got the bender badge, which meant I was on a bender, or there are all these different things, and they become unexpected and fun ways to interact with the application.
One other con is the fact that you can kind of game the system. I'm here at Gowalla, but I could go check into a restaurant that's 4 blocks away, Moshi Moshi. That's not really cool.
I know a lot of people who are checking in on their way to a place or after they left a place. There are little ways to cheat the system, especially if you're protecting your mayorship. I know people who check in from home just to protect their mayorship, which kind of sucks.
I don't even know why people put their home on Foursquare.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
What bugs me a lot about the application is the fact that, at least on Android, I don't think this is the case in the iPhone, but on the Android version, you can't filter your friends by city. So I have a lot of friends in New York and San Francisco and Chicago. I see them all checking in all the time. Really, what I want to see when I'm on the go is just the people in the city I'm in. I would love to be able to filter just by picking the city to see what friends are in New York or in San Francisco, so it gets it more easy for me to track them down.
Okay, well the iPhone, that is automatically filtered. So right now at the top of my list are all the San Francisco friends that I have. And then if you scroll down even more, friends in other cities. So they're all grouped
I'm sure the Android app came out after the iPhone app. I'm sure it'll catch up sooner or later, but right now that's a real gripe of mine. So let's go to another lunch spot and check out Gowalla.
All right.
App Judgment is brought to you by Netflix. Netflix delivers movies directly to your home, saving you time and money. As a Netflix Unlimited member, you get DVDs by mail in about 1 business day. Plus, you can instantly watch thousands of TV episodes and movies streamed directly to your PC, Mac, or right on your TV via a Netflix-ready device like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and soon the Nintendo Wii console. As a new member and an App Judgment viewer, you get a free trial membership. Just go to netflix.com/AJ and sign up now. Be sure to use this URL so they know we sent you.
Hey, and we're here at Kitchenette, one of San Francisco's best kept secrets for lunch spots.
It doesn't really look like a cafe.
It doesn't look like a cafe, but it's got some of the best sandwiches. Get the meatball sandwich if you come. But we figured here we'd take a look at Gowalla. Gowalla it came out a little after Foursquare.
It did.
But it's got a little more bells and whistles, a little prettier than Foursquare.
The UI is gorgeous. I mean, hands down, it is better than Foursquare. Now, the one thing about Gowalla is that you have to be in the location to check in.
It uses your phones, whether it's the cell service or the GPS service, to verify that you're in the location. So that cheating that we talked, the gaming that we talked about Foursquare, doesn't happen with Gowalla. You gotta actually be here in order for it to work. But my biggest complaint about Gowalla is that it takes your location and gives you a list of nearby spots, but doesn't always give you the spot you're in. As far as I can tell in the Android app, there's no way to search for a location. I just want to type in, I know where I am, I'm at Kitchenette, just give it to me. Sometimes I came up empty.
Well, you know what I do like here is that there are nearby trips.
Yeah,
So
that is cool.
They have created these trips all over the country, and I think in various places like London as well.
Yeah.
So if you're a visitor in some of these areas, you can just say, take the North Beachin trip, and they'll give you a list of locations you should check out, and you could check in when you get there.
Exactly, and those trips also utilize their game system, which is, as opposed to Foursquare with the badges and the mayorship, Gowalla has, you have a passport and a backpack, and you pick up items, and you can drop items. It's kind of like a little geocaching kind of riff.
I don't get it.
I don't get it at all either. Maybe I'm too old and bitter, but I just want to check in and have it be simple.
I really think that they should add some sort of real life kind of trade-ins, and I think it's happened for a few things like t-shirts, but not a lot.
I know at South by Southwest they were doing giveaways based on people checking in and things like that, and Gowalla is a very early stage company, and they're probably doing a lot of business development with local restaurants and places to do things like Foursquare has been doing.
Right.
Foursquare's got a little bit of an edge there, so it's something to keep an eye on.
Okay, so the one thing I do really like about Gowalla and the latest update is the comment system here.
What comments?
I left you a comment a while ago, you didn't see it?
I don't have comments on the Android app.
Okay, so it's only on the iPhone. So you
That
can
sucks.
basically comment where you check in. So I was gonna comment, maybe I'll just say you can't
Oh, don't
read
talk
this.
about me. That's not fair.
All right, well, we'll talk about a few more things. We're gonna head out.
I'm gonna check in and get a sandwich.
Yeah, me too.
We were talking earlier about how Foursquare and Gowalla, Foursquare came out first, and they've had a little more of an edge in terms of developing strategic partnerships, like they've developed with some entertainment networks like Bravo and some other folks to give tips and things like that. And
Exactly. I actually friended Bravo on Foursquare, and lo and behold, I got a little tip for the Dog Patch Saloon. And this is from Lorene Wickett, who was a contestant on Top Chef, who said, friendly local bar, jazz on Sundays, working class folks.
Yeah.
Recommended to come here.
And
We already know we like Dog Patch, but
Patch
hey,
is great.
that's why we're here right now. Yeah,
So,
very cool.
one thing to warn you though, these are location-based services, they're also social networks, and so you can send friends requests, like I sent a friend request to Eileen, so she can see where I am. Unlike Twitter and Facebook, you want to look to see who you're giving permission to see where you are, because you're actually saying, I'm at this place right now, and there's a lot of security concerns with, jealous exes, or there are some concerns of people getting robbed, things like that. So this is the kind of service that you want to be careful with who you give out your information to. Make sure you trust them, make sure that you know who they are in person. For example, friend me on Twitter, twitter.com/RonXO. It's great, I want a ton of followers. On Foursquare, I only follow the people I know. So
I never even check in it when I'm near my house.
Yeah, I know. I don't check in at my house either. And,
I don't know. I don't really understand that.
Exactly. So be careful. Just have a little word of caution there. We just don't want anybody getting hurt or in a sketchy situation.
I mean, in fact, I know a lot of people who aren't on these apps because they just don't trust the privacy settings, no matter what Foursquare says. And in fact, they even wrote a whole blog about their privacy settings and how secure they are. Yeah. But some people don't trust it.
But with Twitter adding location-based tweets, and this is the future. With these, we're carrying these phones around. Location-based services are the way to go for reasons like this, with applications like this. I think they're really cool. I do think they're the future. So as long as you're responsible, you can have a lot of fun with it.
All right, so who wins?
I gotta go Foursquare. I like the app better. My friends are on it. The interface works better. I don't care about the Gowalla game. I'm a Foursquare guy.
I have to say the same thing. Until Guala ups the ante and adds more features and real-world applications.
Yep.
And in fact, I did a quick Twitter survey of my friends, and they all said Foursquare,
yeah.
or didn't use it at all. So
Gowalla's pretty. It's got the bells and whistles. It's got the needle icons, but other than that, it doesn't give me much more. So.
Both are free in our app stores.
Yep.
I would say go ahead and try both, download both, but I think the winner right now is Foursquare.
So download Foursquare, download this app, check it out. Download Gowalla too, check it out. It can't hurt.
Well, let us know what you think. Email us at appjudgment@revision3.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and on our homepage, hit subscribe, revision3.com/appjudgment. So I guess that's it, Foursquare.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Woohoo, I'm gonna check it out, the dog patch.
Oh yeah, me too. Hey.